You might wonder why we're running it twice, and I'll explain it shortly. But first, I am here with two doctors to help me commentate. You want to introduce yourselves?
Hello, I'm Dr. Meowington, MD,
Hello, I'm Dr. Sajiki, PhD.
PhD, speedrunner.
PhD.
So basically, why we're running JK a second time is the relay race was not running the same category as I'll be running. So this is the any percent category, which has pretty much every single trick that we will utilize in the run. The most noticeable one you will see shortly, and a lot of times actually. It completely breaks the game.
I mean, that's nice and all, but the real reason is because the organizer of the marathon is really biased towards Jedi Academy, so that's why we just have a bunch of Jedi Academy runs in the marathon.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's about it. I mean, I guess you'll try to explain it during the run. It's pretty crazy.
It is pretty crazy. You're going to see absolute insanity. It's the previous run was already crazy, but this one's going to blow your mind. Trust me.
All right, cool.
Yeah, this category saves you like a minute and a half probably over the other one, so it's a big difference.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
you can do the countdown, Vin.
Yeah. So without further ado, let's get it rolling. Okay. 3, 2, 1, go.
Jaden, hey! I'm stuck! Can you help?
Hold on, Rosh. I'm on my way.
So yeah, I'm particularly excited about this run because this is the first showcase of this category and this particular game, I mean, in this way at a marathon. And once again, even though you may have or may not have seen the previous run, I'm just going to explain to you the movement tech again, really briefly at least, because it's a very exciting thing and like probably the most important thing in Jedi Academy, right, Mel?
Yeah, so basically the developers, this game runs on the Quake 3 engine, so we've got strafe jumping and bunny hopping, but the developers tried to fix it by making it so that every time you land, you lose half your speed. But we found so far 3 glitches that can be used to negate that. You want to explain what those are?
Yeah, absolutely. The first one is, we've mentioned it plenty of times before, is elevation boosting, that is going from something higher onto something lower. The second thing is spin glitch, that is by executing a spin animation in the air with your saber, and the third one is crouch boosting, and that is by entering the ground state crouched, so you basically hold crouch when you touch the ground, and then you jump out of it immediately. In order to do that, you will see Vryndar slash the saber from time to time, so that is a spin right there, an attempted spin, and when he does the crouch, he's going to slash the saber, just right here, he's going to do one, nicely done, beautiful, and that is to prevent a roll.
So yeah, the crouch boosting is definitely the hardest of the 3.
Yeah, basically it's just like an incremental. Wherever you can see
The
the...
tier
At least for
2,
me.
Oh,
once we get to tier 2, we'll have blue style. It makes spin a lot easier, so we'll see a lot more spins. Right now, we're just mostly doing CVs and EVs
Yeah.
in tier 1.
Yeah, that's correct. And we're going to enter Tier 1 Rail here, which is the first site mission. I think I might have left at some point, or you did, I don't know. But we're entering Tier 1 Rail, and Rail, just like in any percent no stab launch, is going to be absolutely nuts. And that's going to be the first showcase of the stab launch glitch.
So yeah, right at the very beginning, we're gonna see the huge difference. He's getting lightning because we don't need to do the grip strat that we saw on Sour.
Yes, crazy as it is, grip stats are really cool and all, but in this game, in this category, we're going to do even something even faster.
Yeah.
Look at this.
Nice.
Vyndar's going for the goal, and he gets it first try. And look at these beautiful
really
spin
good.
chains, and just nice backup going to the left here. And he's going to do another stab, and this is going to do Tiger Woods taking the 7 with here, going for the
oops.
Okay.
This one's a bit precise.
This one's a
Ooh,
lot.
that looks good.
Yeah. Okay. Hole in one.
Just not enough height there.
So yeah, if you get a good enough launch there, you can go right to the very, very end.
Yeah, that is a stat launch. I mean, that is just, this speaks for itself. Do you really want to try to explain what that does, Meow?
So yeah, basically, there's an animation when an enemy is on the ground. There's a special attack you can do called a stab, and Jaden basically just stabs his saber right into him while he's on the ground. But if an entity takes damage during that animation, the game forgets where the enemy is. So basically just gives you a ton of speed based on your distance to the coordinate 0, 0, 0, which in rail is pretty far away. So it gives us a ton of speed. When we throw the grenade, and for some reason a grenade counts as an entity taking damage, and it so forgets where the enemy is.
Yeah, and that is mostly, I think, because the grenade explodes, so the so the entity disappears, and then the game doesn't know what to stab anymore, and sends you stabbing the 000 coordinate. But yeah, here we're doing another glitch, which is called an animation. Sorry, a cutscene enter. Vindar is currently in the cutscene, as you can tell from the bottom, and
cutscene, and he's going to get these parts. It's Jiggy Leaf. He's going to get these parts, and then right when the cutscene ends, it'll teleport us back to the beginning. So that's why we do that. So we go to get the farthest away part. He'll warp back to. Jaden will warp back to the spawn. Okay, just getting a couple more parts. These chains are all really difficult too.
Yeah, this is amazing movement. I mean, it's really hard to see for an untrained eye, but as somebody who has run this game for a couple of years, this is just so wonderful to watch to see these different movement techniques come together.
Okay, I got the last part. One onto surprise now. This is the only tier 1 level that doesn't have a stab launch.
Yeah, Danger is the one that doesn't have one. So Surprise, of course, is also going to have one. And you're going to see where he's going to do that. First of all, though, there's a really long chain. As we have mentioned before, we want to chain these jumps together because if we don't hit an EB, an SG, or a crouch boost, we're going to lose half of the speed that we currently have. And let's see if Vryndar nails this chain. If he does, he's going to go all the way to the stab launch, to the end of this canyon. Beautiful spin there.
Okay.
That looks good. And then final spin to top it off. And now he's going to do another stab launch off this Jawa. And that looks good. Nice,
okay.
dude.
Right up. He's going to have to roll.
That's fine.
It's okay. That's good.
And more craziness going on now.
So that saves about 15 seconds or so from the normal route that we saw in the race. Here we're going to skip this entire sand crawler. So basically the objective of this level is to activate this droid, which he's going to do right now. But using animation clips, we can activate it without going into the sand crawler, which saves a lot of time, like 30 seconds probably.
Yes, and beautiful.
Ooh, okay,
First try. You can see. Actually, I didn't know. No, never mind. It's all good. You confused me, Richard. Duel.
Out of
Yeah.
course.
Yeah. So if these enemies spawn, you know that he got it, and in this case he did. And yeah, I'm just gonna shut up immediately again because Sour has an insane stab launch as well.
This one is definitely the hardest in my opinion.
Yeah, it's
So
kind
the
of hard
reason
to
is
nail.
there's so many enemies shooting you, and if some enemy hits something else, let's see. Oh, that's just barely missing the stab animation there. If some enemy hit something else, you change the target again, and it's not gonna send you off.
Nice.
Ooh,
Perfect.
nice. Ooh, nice. Good job. And here, attempted Greedo Speedo setup by Vryndar, making the guy move, pulling him in, and then doing that. I just love watching that. Beautiful. First try, of course.
So the Rodian there stops up the elevator. He clogs it up, allowing Vindor to just skip the entire elevator and the upstairs section.
Yeah, now we're just gonna take quick, what is the word? Quick, yeah. We're gonna kill these guys.
We're gonna use lightning to kill the enemies as fast as we can. Quick
Kill
draw.
these guys. Quick, whatever. I don't know. We're gonna go to the first set of story
It's all
mission.
quick.
So that is Hoth 2. Don't question what happened to Hoth 1. And
gone.
at the very beginning, it's just gone into the abyss of Jedi Academy programming. Look at this beautiful spin chain, EB spin.
Nice. One more.
Another one, and there needs to be one more if he wants to enter the cave, and he opts out of it actually. Goes for a different chain. But I believe there's another stab coming up, right?
Yeah,
Correct.
definitely. So this stab launch we use. So when he went into Sour, he picked the Rage horsepower, and he's going to use that to reserve his speed. Get in use a glitch
That's
called
a
Rage.
first
Slide.
try!
Nice.
Perfect.
Holy crap! Nice, dude.
Perfect. That one's a bit RNG too. So he activated the Rage, which is the red little aura mist around Jaden right now. And he does that because when he activates it, it preserves his speed using a glitch called the Rage Slide, which will allow him to launch over the mountain straight to the end of the level, which saves probably 20 seconds.
Yeah, and that glitch is called a segue. So when you enter the Rage animation on Rage 1, that only works with Rage 1 for some reason. Chain entering that corridor there, wonderfully done. You preserve your speed and it looks really funny too. Unfortunately, we're not going to see it at any other point in the run anymore. But yeah, now we're in Hoth 3. Hoth 3, one of my personal favorite missions in this run. It's very cramped and very closed. There's a lot of corridors you have to jump through, but the movement is so beautiful if you know what's going on.
Yeah, this level is a lot of crouch boost, I would say. Not
Yes.
gonna be any spins really.
Yeah, but even in EB only, this is just such a wonderful level to do.
Yeah,
And there's
now
so many
really-
little things. And I think Vrindar's not going to go for the best chain here. Sorry, the best trick in the
No, we skip it.
on the level.
It
Okay,
doesn't
yeah.
have a name, by the way. It's,
No,
just
it's
a-
nameless.
It's
It's
untitled.
just a trick. Yeah. Censored.
It's a trick we just don't do.
Ooh, and I love that chain
Okay.
through the door, just barely missing it. But yeah, we're soon entering tier 2. We haven't really talked about why it's called tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. Maybe you want to do that quickly.
Yeah, so in this game, the game is split up into basically 3 sections, separated by story missions, and then missions. And between the story missions are sets of missions that you get to pick the order. They're side missions. So
Okay, I
in the
got
beginning, we
bumped.
played. Oh, he's got a little stuck. So in the beginning, we played Yavin 1, B, and Yavin 2. Those were the story missions. And then we get picked the 4 tier 1 missions. Each time, and so you can pick any of the side missions in any order. And each side mission you pick, you get to pick a new force power and whatever weapon you want. So then there's another set of story missions, which was Hoth 2 and 3. And then there's another, and then there's 2 more tiers like that into the end.
But yeah, let's see what happens here. We now have Force Jump 2. We're in Tier 2, and it's Trip, the first mission. You know it's notoriously glitched already with the Trip bike, so we're going to do even something crazier. So let's just watch this, and then we're going to explain it afterwards.
I'm getting a little bit bad luck here. That's fine.
Nice. Ah. Beat. Okay, nice.
Oh, and even a spin! Ah, just barely dropping one of the spins there and one of the jumps. So that's because he's going uphill. That was beautifully done, though.
This is a really hard stab launch because of how far away the 000 coordinate is, so you get a ton of speed, and you actually want less speed. The end of the level, they place right by the beginning of the level, so we can make it one of the fastest levels in the whole game, which normally it's one of the longest.
Yeah, that's completely correct. Even with the trip bikes, it gets crazy, and we're on Rogue. Rogue's also completely broken, just barely missing that one chain. As you can see there, Vryndar not getting an elevation boost, and that's why he has to reset the entire chain. That is because he dropped half of the speed there on that jump. But yeah, we're already at the level end. The developers just put a really huge invisible wall, which we can conveniently just jump around and go immediately to the end.
So yeah, that one chain probably saves like 2 minutes over any other kind of route.
Just barely firing a bit early there, doing a pull cancel there, firing the weapon twice in quick succession. We're going to go enter Deep Red here.
Deep Red, so now we've lost all of our force powers. We put in jail. No, we lost all our guns and our lightsaber. Sorry. So we're going to, right here, we're going to do a really big skip. This level, you're supposed to go through a huge indoor section, but instead, if we just jump and pull this stormtrooper, we can get a little bit extra height and go right out of bounds. See, this jump is pretty precise.
Yes, really hard jump. Nice, dude. Good job. And we're out of bounds now. We're going to go even more out of bounds and jump over a huge invisible wall. And maybe, Mountain, the audience is wondering, why do we not use a stab launch on this level? I mean, we could just fly over that building, couldn't we?
Oh, if we had a stab launch, we could. But there's no lightsaber in this game. In this level, the big bad guy takes it away.
Yeah, precisely. That's the reason. We would totally do it, but we just can't. And that's why the big guy needs to die now.
He's really hard to beat too, so I don't know if they run
Can you do it? Are you ready? I mean,
I'm probably not.
Health. Oh
I hope
no.
you practice this a lot.
38. Ooh. Okay, interesting.
No way.
Oh dude, I can do that. Nice.
Remind me to make a backup here also.
So that fight is really easy because we just use the E11 Stormtrooper gun, and we use Force Sense 2, which gives us perfect accuracy, no recoil. So we can just shoot them from the very beginning really easily.
Yeah, now we're on Rancor. Traditionally, there has been a little bit of a fight, or yeah, it's a little bit of a fight between Rancor and Wedge, and straight away Vryndar is going to do a glitch here, so he's going to kill these guys at a precise timing. I think that looks good. And when he kills them exactly at that point, they're not going to switch player team, which means the prisoners are just going to forget that you killed them. They're still going to be your friends. And these funny-looking things that he's doing right here is actually accomplishing something, trying to accomplish another animation of activating the button through the floor, through the door.
Oh no!
No, he got grabbed. That's
I wonder if I can get out of this because I'm quick save.
You can. Just one trick on that.
That's fine.
No!
It's fine.
That doesn't work. Yeah, just do it again. So what he's trying to do there is he's trying to make the Rancor look at the wall and then mind trick him. Because on mind trick level 1, the Rancor just forgets completely where he is and doesn't do anything anymore, leaving the prisoners alone.
So our goal here is to save a certain number of prisoners, and right here we're saving them. See this group. Now they have to walk. We have to escort them all the way back to the beginning. Normally the Rancor, we'd have to actually follow them along and fight the Rancor, but since we've frozen him in place, he won't bother anyone.
Yeah, and you see there's only one single guy standing there around. The other guys are already running towards the end. Nice, good job remembering. And normally in this mission we have to rescue all 16 of them. 3 of them are allowed to die, but it is faster if you could actually manage to make an entire group of them die, because then we don't have to wait for them walking to the ship. And that is exactly what Vrindar's going to do here. This is kind of dangerous. If he fails this, he has to reload his save from beforehand. And he gets it there. Nicely done. So now,
to wait a bit.
the game thinks actually we saved these guys. I mean, killing them is basically the same as saving them, right?
So we've killed 4 prisoners. Normally if we killed any more, the game would end. And Jane would have failed the level.
I mean, it's kind of cruel to be honest, but I mean,
what's the difference
change
between
the game code.
16 and 12?
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
It's
Kyle doesn't mind.
It's basically as good as 12 lives, right?
Okay,
And yeah, we're
on to the
entering
next-
Region 1 now.
Yeah, the next story mission. This one is probably the hardest. Has the hardest chains in the game, and they're also the coolest.
Yeah,
rough
Region 1
beginning.
notoriously is a quite difficult level. You see a flechette boost here, which unfortunately Vryndar just barely failed. Didn't get the required elevation boost there. He's gonna do a spin chain up here, and then he's gonna grab a gun from one of these enemies, which is a super rifle.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
The Stuka rifle is the rocket launcher of Jedi Academy. So when we shoot it, it gives us knockback, and if we just turn around and shoot in the opposite direction,
So let's
Yeah,
watch
clock.
this Vindor chain here. This is if he gets this all the way. This is one of the hardest things you can do in this level. Oh, nice,
that's good.
dude. Beautiful.
Okay. So the Stuka gives us speed if we shoot in the opposite direction, and it gives us a lot of speed, allowing us to do some really cool tricks. This is the really difficult trick of the level. The
This
out
is
of
when we
bounds
skip.
chain.
So Vryndar jumping on some stuff. He's going to do a really crazy setup. If he can get it, spin
That's it.
over. That looks good. And if he can get on the rock, that is a first try Swami skip. Beautifully done.
That's another hard trick.
Oh,
Nice.
swagging on us without the Stuka even. Oh my god. That's just, I'm hurt
Oh,
inside.
No way. All the hard
Oh,
tricks
man.
for sure. That was
one
really,
of,
really
That
good,
was
actually.
just a gold split region 1 there.
Those are so hard because all the platforms are invisible that you're trying to jump on. Right here, we're trying to go meet up with Kyle again.
Yeah,
This level's a
that-
little too slow, I'd say.
yeah, that's finally the point in the run where you can relax a little bit. Region 2 and Region 3 are not so difficult. Also, nice grenade swag strats on these guys. So they're first force users, but for some reason they don't know how to deflect the grenade here.
So normally one of the hardest parts of this game is killing the lightsaber enemies, but
Oh
using
yeah,
some really
sorry.
cool
Let me
strats-
just interrupt you real quickly. Can we get a shout out to Zephy who's in chat for discovering the skip? Very nice. Can you just all at Zephy and thank him for this? Thank you.
Nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, one of the hardest parts of this game casually is the lightsaber enemies, but using some really cool strats, we can really quickly kill them without any trouble.
Yeah,
Let's see if he can
lightsaber
do it without
combat.
speed. Can he beat the laser?
Dude, can you? Oh, he's gonna wait.
No,
Okay,
I don't
yeah,
do
that's,
it.
that's just a normal strat. Yeah, good job. Good thinking there.
Nice
It's really
casual
hard
play.
to get past that.
This is just a casual playthrough of this game, actually.
Pretty much.
Sometimes. For example, when we have to ride this elevator here. Yeah, really boring. Anyways, so as we see,
Mirrors?
final
Destroy the-
mirrors. Do?
I think the voice is cutting out a little bit.
Yeah, maybe I'm lagging.
Nothing I can't handle.
This
Well,
skip is pretty big right here. It probably saves 30 seconds or so. That jump, nice.
nice, good job.
Chain is really difficult too. You can make it a lot easier, but he chooses to go really fast.
Where the Imperials are
Yeah, and otherwise, Region 3 has some nice movement, but mainly we're just going to prepare for the Tier 3. So, as we mentioned before, we currently have Force Jump level 2. We can jump relatively high, but soon we'll be jumping even higher. And that in combination with us having the Stuka rifle at every single level at our free disposal, also going for the medium box now. Do you see that, Merrington? Disgusting.
Yeah, disgusting.
Disgusting. Not an animation clip.
It's so fast.
Yeah, it's a full cancel.
Alright.
With his wall. That's nice. Deflected to the back at Jaden.
Yeah, he still died. It doesn't make any sense.
I don't know.
That was okay.
Confused druid. But yeah, there's a big boss fight coming up. You might think it's Rosh, but Rosh is actually just super easy. The guy in front of Rosh, the cultist, this guy here, is the final boss. So let's see if Vryndar can kill him.
Oh, okay. Some swag.
Nope. Yeah, some swag.
Having a little trouble.
Really? It doesn't register.
Nice.
There we go. And now we're
Yeah,
gonna
we're-
enter this cutscene. Go ahead. Yeah, explain it.
Okay. We're gonna enter the cutscene and see what kind of strats you can use to kill Rosh. This is casually the hardest boss in the game, in my opinion, for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
right.
I mean, along
Oh,
with
he ran out of ammo.
Oh yeah, that's what you get
Trying
for
to-
swagging on us. Oh yeah.
Still,
Walk up to him and then shoot him. Perfect.
he still wouldn't use the saber strats.
But yeah,
Getting
now we're on
Rift
Rift. Rift is crazy, especially in unrestricted categories where we have spillage at our disposal. You've seen it already by the other man in this conversation here, Mountain, but previously about. Look at these beautiful spin chains. If we keep doing a saber spin in the air between these jumps, we're going to keep our speed all the way to the end. Nicely done there, even using the wall there.
Oh,
Ooh,
almost
and
got
it-
clip.
even a clip. A little wall clip. Yeah, that's it. That was Rift. We're already at the end of the mission. Just gonna push some guys.
Hope he doesn't get.
Oops.
Ruined his chain.
I think Discord is lagging, right?
I think Discord is
voice.
lagging.
Yeah, Discord has some problems.
Yeah, so that's too bad. Sometimes you can't hear us, but that's all good. You'll see, gonna see the beautiful gameplay on your screen.
Here we're gonna enter the cutscene and do another stab launch. We enter the cutscene here so we can have a character to launch off of, and in this case, that character is Jaden herself.
This is probably one of the most precise setups you can do for any stab, and if, ooh, just barely. So this one is peculiar because Vryndar is trying to time his stab just like when Jaden disappears, because
Nope,
then
not quite.
the game doesn't know what to stab anymore. Jaden is no longer there, and then it's going to send you away all the way to 000, and he also needs to hit the wall in a particular angle. The setup is really hard to do.
I'm just gonna wait. Hold on.
I think she's getting pulled far enough.
Yeah, it might be. This angle is extremely precise, so
Extremely
there we
precise,
go.
yeah. And there we
Nice.
go. Nice, dude. Good job.
Whoa. So it launches us right to the very end of the level, which probably saves 20 seconds or so. To the normal speedrun route.
Also, I love the super shot upwards to go downhill, to go down a bit faster. That's good swag.
So we've got Grip 2, which will allow us to stun lock some enemies later.
Yeah, precisely. One of the final bosses coming up in the game, and also now we're on this. And this is one of those indoor missions where also firing the rocket launcher to make that guy move. That's pretty cool. I haven't seen that the previous times.
Were you trying to kill him or actually do that? Whoa.
no, I was just trying to kill him.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, he still walked towards you, so.
There's not a lot of skips in this level, but there are a lot of really difficult spin chains because of how close quarters the level is.
Yeah, we would totally also use a stab launch here, but it would send you really, really fast into the wall, most likely.
Yeah, there's so many enemies units.
Whatever.
Ooh, and just missing the mind trick here. And let's see, Myung, now comes a really crucial part in the run. Does Vryndar have his video settings adjusted? So, or do we play with a sunglasses? Pair of
He's
sunglasses?
gonna have to guess where the TIE fighters are that he's about to kill.
I mean, I really don't know what he's even gonna shoot there, because I have never seen them.
Let's see. Let's see. Completely invisible.
Can't see anything.
He has no idea where they are. He thinks he's
I'm
still
just
down.
guessing.
Can you see them, chat? Can we get a sunglasses in chat?
Hoping that it worked.
But yeah, so we're finishing up this double Stuker down this hallway. So you can see there's a large drop. Actually, he didn't take the guy, but it doesn't matter. So it's all good. We're gonna take quick care of these guys with Lightning 3, and then we're gonna enter the final site mission of Tier 3, which is going to be Bounty.
You might have noticed his save loading there at the end. That was to skip the dialogue, make the level go a little bit faster.
Yeah, and Bounty, I mean, Vryndar entering the cutscene here in the beginning of Bounty as well. Technically, I don't know if that saves any real time, but it definitely saves in-game time, which is what we time this game in, of course, as a PC run. And Bounty, traditionally, a really fast, really cool-looking level all the time. There's not many skips you can do because you're supposed to plant a bunch of bombs down.
Yeah, but the spin chains are some of the hardest in the game,
Yes.
definitely.
Definitely. There's especially after the third bomb, which you're going to see him do very soon. Like, this is the second one.
Nice. That's good.
Actually, he's gonna do it for a different chain here. I go from this one to the other area, but we're still gonna see an insanely long spin chain, which is really difficult, especially getting.
Just walk away.
Look, I can't do that.
Beautiful, wonderful. There we go, and that's the power of spin glitch in Tier 3. Also, I believe we're gonna see some swag here, maybe.
No, I think I messed it up. Actually, hold on.
Come on, come on, come on.
Oh, yes! Try first.
All the practice you can get.
The practice paid off.
So the boss in this level is Boba Fett, and we're gonna have to try to use some strats to kill him. He's pretty difficult normally.
Yeah, so I kind of have to get lucky here, or I'm gonna have to improvise. And I did not get lucky. That's fine.
Wait, okay.
Too bad. We got it every time in the practice runs, which is unfortunate. Of course, in this one, you're not gonna see it.
Yeah.
So what we're gonna do instead is do the normal strat. I believe Bounty Hunter might. Yes, he does have a
RNG.
sniper rifle. Very nice. Good job. And now we're entering
just brought
Taps for
it
1, and there's more insanity coming up.
Sound volume warning. I'm sorry, but I can't do anything about this.
It's not okay,
Okay.
man.
It's not okay, I know.
This is one of the longest levels, probably the longest level casually.
Yes.
Oh,
Make a,
okay.
oh no!
We deleted.
That was a quick save. Let's see. Let's
Oh,
see.
was that first try?
Nice. Yeah.
Jesus!
Maybe.
Let's go.
Whoa.
That's a poggers moment on twitch.tv/ESA Marathon.
The last stab launch. So if you save low while in the stab launch, once you get the stab launch glitch, you get like a ton of more speed, which in this level helps a lot. This is another big skip. Right here, we literally just jump, do 1 force jump 3, and it skips a lot.
Ooh, just barely missing that difficult jump there. So I want to say real quick, you might have noticed, or maybe not, in the previous level, the stab launches always require you to be able to stab something. So you need like a humanoid enemy where you can pull up a saber stab, and we have nobody available in the beginning of Chapter 1. And you might have noticed that he pulled off the stab launch just like on Hevel, he pulled it off on his own double. So that is because if you enter cutscenes, in the cutscenes there are actually models of you and the other people running around doing the stuff that is it's programmed that way, and Vryndar actually performed the stab launch off his own buddy there.
Let's hope these guys don't lightning them. Sometimes they control you a lot. Okay, nice.
Oh, we got good luck here. And then we're gonna go through Thunder Thighs here, of course, that's what they called. Yeah, nicely done. Yeah, we're coming up to the fight where Myeongsun said earlier we need grip 2 to do a fast trap pulled off on Alora here. So that is because the fight is actually quite difficult if you do not have some reliable way of killing her. And what he's going to see here, we're going to go light side and then stun.
Wait for her to push him. Nice.
Oh, right.
Oh, and she barely.
I got
It
kinda
still
lucky.
worked. It still worked. Yeah, we got really lucky. She can immediately activate Rage there if we miss that.
Wait, this level, in my opinion, has probably the very hardest skip in the game. And it's also one of the longest levels because the skip saves so much time.
Yeah, it's Vindor, and just like in a relay race, we don't really have much time to talk about it because the level is so incredibly quick. So Vrindar's going to shoot here, activate Absorb to get a bunch of force power back, jump down, and then he's going to fling his saber below the floor here, and he needs to maneuver it in a certain way and also move on the on that floor in a particular way so that it curves below into the wall and just barely missing it there. It's a really, really precise trick. The saber needs to bounce off the wall in a particular angle, 45 degrees or around 45 degrees, so it destroys not only one but 2 pillars here below. So this is actually, casually you're supposed to go through the entire level, go in that basement section and then destroy these pillars and then jump back into this room, and there we got it there. So that is as hard as it looks. You have no idea where your saber currently is, you just need to have some nice feels.
That trick is called Vryndar, named after the runner himself.
Yes, so some props. And also we're entering Core 2, last mission in the game. Beautiful spin chain if Vryndar is able to get it. We saw Myeongsun nail it in the relay race. Just barely getting the slope there. So you can see how precise this game is on the highest level. Yeah, we're getting ready on time. I mean, I don't know if Hege is in here.
Yes, time's coming up.
Time's coming up.
Perfect.
And time.
Nice. GG.
There we go, man. That was an insane run. Good job.
Thank you.
So yeah, if you want to see more stab launch, which is an insane underrepresented category in Jedi Academy, we have a lot of different categories. A lot of runners enjoy different things in the community, which is really, really cool. If you want to see more stab launch, definitely check out these two guys here, Vindar and Dr. Myeongsun on Twitch. They regularly stream stab launch attempts at the moment, so that is just really, really cool.
Sub 22 stab launch someday.
Yeah, someday
yeah.
it's gonna happen. I believe in you guys.
One of us.
And yeah, really special thanks from me to Vryndar for doing this at a marathon. That's just means a lot to me. I mean, that's seriously cool.
Yeah.
That's really good. Yeah.
It means a lot to me also. This is actually the first marathon run that I've ever done, so it's pretty cool to be able to do this. Obviously showcase this amazing game and also represent this amazing community that this game's come from.
The scepter is destroyed.
Yeah, thanks
Yes.
for